right, good evening, everyone. This is John Tapp with the Volvo VNL 2014 model with same transmission and engine
Go
like
straight
last
on.
night. Beginning here from Bellingham, Washington, and this is where I stopped at, going to. And so we're going to start with Bellingham, beginning with a 2,500 mile trip to Houston. And I hope this trip is going to be great for everyone here and on this American Truck Simulator. And so I already did some upgrades, and so I changed mains for the exterior to the Alaskan, which is going to be for the north of the future. So let's go and pick those up. My first stop, and let's get moving, everyone.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Get ready to turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished. and then turn left. Turn left. Get ready to turn right. Turn right. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
If you're turning 65 or new to Medicare, you can get a Humana
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
It appears to be accurate.
Yeah.
Be accurate.
Yeah.
But when you say something like anti-blacks on steroids, okay, first of all, obviously Trump has the highest level of black support since Gerald Ford.
Sure.
Going back 76.
What is that even in reference to?
What
she said.
Because what they're trying to frame it as are a few things. There's a few angles here. Angle one is we didn't vote for this. Some people respond to that. They go, yeah, we didn't. But the people who have any perspective whatsoever go, yeah, that's not applicable here.
Yeah.
Then angle two is, okay, these guys are, which are lies, they're going to take away your Social Security. They're going to cut cancer funding. They're not doing that.
No.
They're trying to get rid of the easily identifiable wastes.
Yeah.
The comic book in Ecuador doesn't need to be.
Yeah, and I can actually, this is interesting because I do this call-in show on Monday nights on YouTube called Low Value Mail. Check it out. And but I had someone call in 2 weeks ago, and he's like, I don't like what he's doing here. My friend runs this NGO in like the Philippines, and they're feeding kids, and they're shutting it off. And then he called, and he's like, I hate this whole thing. And then he called this week and goes, yeah, it was like a 6-hour thing, and then they turned it whatever. They just were checking. And
they froze it to review it.
They froze it to review it, and then they will go, yeah, you guys are feeding kids. Here's your money.
So they're preying on those people who, again, emotionally, if you're told we're not feeding the starving kids anymore, you're going to be like, well, I'm with the people who want to feed the starving kids.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Of course.
Okay. And then the third angle of attack is always there, and it's just call something racist.
Yeah.
But it's so cheap because the truth is...
Playing the hits.
I know, it's so funny. It's so funny. But the truth is, like, that's a lot of what they do. But if you were to really, like, parse through it, it's, if you want to tell me the minority community is more reliant on government entitlement programs, then you should want the government to be run more efficiently.
Sure.
Because there'd be more money for them.
Absolutely.
When you hear they want to get into Medicaid and Medicare, and the Democrats, the response to that is, well, they're just going to take away Medicare from old people. That's not what they're doing.
Isn't Trump saying that he's not going to tax Social Security?
Yeah, thank
For seniors? You're like, hey, where's that money coming from?
Number one, but number two is they're trying to get what they believe is $2 trillion out of overseas fraud.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. I'm going to play an Elon Musk clip. If they wanted to call something illegal, technically, what he's espousing here is sort of illegal. Okay, what he's saying is he's talking about the fraud in our government. And he goes, we have all this fraud in our government, and Americans don't even get the money.
Yes.
He's like, if we're going to have fraud, at least give it to money. Give it to America. Listen to this, clip 23.
What we're finding is that a bunch of the fraud is not even going to Americans. So I think we can all agree that if there's going to be fraud, it should at least go to Americans. A bunch of the fraud rings that are operating in the United States.
I'll jump, Josh, you can shut it off.
Bring America fraud home.
Thank you. MAFA.
Yeah.
Make America fraud again. Because when you think about it that way, it's like, all right, our Government Accountability Office, this is last year, the most recent report we have, okay, the GAO, says there was between, I believe, $252 and $421 million in identifiable fraud. So that exists.
Yeah.
Okay, we know that's there. So this idea that they're going after it is not something like they can characterize it as, which is they're trying to rob us because he's a billionaire and he wants the money. Like, the fraud exists.
Of course.
But
and everybody knows that. You knew that before. You've known that 10 years ago.
Well, that's the point I was going to make, is 10 years ago. Okay, and I go back as far as 30 years ago.
Let's go back in the Wayback Machine.
Here's a montage of Al Gore, Bill Clinton, and then later, Barack Obama, announcing their own Doge committees. They just didn't have the name Doge.
Sure.
Here it is, clip 32.
This report tells us how to cut waste, cut red tape, streamline the bureaucracy, change procurement rules, change the personnel rules, and create a government that works better and costs less.
Well, let me tell you something. I've read it, and where it says the president should, the president will.
From the day I took office, one of the commitments that I made to the American people was that we would do a better job here in Washington in rooting out wasteful spending. We thought that it was entirely appropriate for our governments and our agencies to try to root out waste, large and small, in a systematic way.
So,
did they do it?
Like on small scales.
I mean, the way I probably think about this is that they started looking into this thing and they go, oh, this is all our buddies.
Yeah, these are our homies.
Yeah, these are all the buddies.
They're
and
no-show construction jobs.
Trump's on an island kind of right now,
Yeah.
you know, where he's just kind of like, yeah, we're not friends.
that's the one funny part about all of this, okay? Is we fight so much politically that I think people are kind of missing the point of this, is that the Republicans have run the House Oversight Committee for, probably in the last 25 years, maybe 12 of those years. Mm-hmm. And they, as oversight, let this go on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Republicans, the promise is less government.
Yeah.
They probably haven't really done it before.
No.
Now they're finally like, hey, we're really doing this thing.
This is why there's so much opposition in Washington. It's like Trump and Elon Musk come from the private sector. If you run a business private sector and you're spending some money on something that doesn't work, you either fix it immediately or stop spending the money.
Yes.
In government, if you're spending $1 trillion on something that doesn't work, they form a committee to study why it's not working.
And it takes forever.
And then they recommend spending another $2 trillion to solve the problem.
And I mean, the tech guys, famously, their whole motto is move fast and break things.
Yes.
Right? And you're seeing this on the scale of government right now. Which nobody's ever seen.
That's why they're working at such a pace far into Washington that the only thing anyone else can do is stand in the street and sing spirituals. It's now just an episode of You On. We'll find out when we come back.
This is Fox Across America with Jimmy Fallon.
He is one of those iconic figures that fans care about.
Hello, everyone. For all of you who suffer from calcium oxalate stones, here is some free advice. Tip 1, drink plenty of water. It takes a lot of water to dilute and pass the substances that lead to stones. Tip 2, modify your diet. You'll need to limit sodium, cut your meat.
Tired of difficult lifestyle changes that often don't work? If you suffer from calcium oxalate stones, now there's help. Kidney Cop, Calcium Oxalate Protector. Add Kidney Cop to your routine as a way to potentially reduce or even stop the formation of calcium oxalate stones. Kidney Cop is a dietary supplement developed by doctors and pharmacists. It's been proven in laboratory tests to reduce the rate of calcium oxalate crystal growth by 99%. That's right, 99%. Just take Kidney Cop. Satisfaction guaranteed or your money back. You can purchase affordable Kidney Cop today by visiting Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com. Yes, you can start enjoying life again. Purchase Kidney Cop at Amazon.com, Walmart.com, or KidneyCop.com today.
These statements have not been reviewed by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Sponsored by Calcium Oxalate Labs Inc.
102.3 KRMG, Tulsa's News and Talk.
Turning 65 or new to Medicare? You can get a health care plan with the freedom and flexibility to meet you where you are. With Humana's Medicare Advantage PPO plans, you can see any doctor in the country who accepts Medicare, including specialists, with no referrals. Plus, you can go in and out of network for the same copay for doctor's visits. Learn more at gethumana.com. Humana, a more human way to healthcare. Humana is a Medicare Advantage PPO organization with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in any Humana plan depends on contract renewal.
Support comes from HealthLink Advisors, preparing hospitals for cyber attacks and resulting downtime, with clinical-led business continuity services designed to ensure continuous patient care and operations. More at healthlinkadvisors.com.
Why it happened so fast on the scale of how other life forms had evolved. And it happened so fast because in some poetic sense, flowers invented love. Or economics, depending on how we look at it. But what happened was that once there were flowers, there were fruit. This wonderful alchemy of sunlight into sugar. And once there were fruit, then plants could enlist the help of animals, which already existed, in a kind of trade. Sweetness for a lift to my mate.
Right.
And animals fed on the sugars of fruit, converted them into energy and proteins. And out of that protein world, warm-blooded mammals evolved. So we are the product of flowers in a way.
And you write that, this new, obviously there was interdependence before that, but this kind of new magnitude, this new level of interdependence, it would sort of, the study of it would eventually be called ecology?
Right. Well, the scale of it was so different. And it really illustrated how much different species advance the joint evolution of life on Earth through this symbiosis. And it wasn't until many millions of years later when another such large warm-blooded mammal, the young German marine biologist Ernst Haeckel, gave that interdependence a name. He called it ecology after the Greek oikos, or house.
House? It's house?
House. Huh. The way I take it is the study of the relationship between organisms in the house of life. The house is the house, our home planet. And he coined the word ecology. Now, this was in 1866, and now we're getting to the poem because I love this so much. It was written in 1865, so that's a year before Ernst Haeckel coined the term ecology. But it's really a poem capturing the notion, the concept of ecology through the lens of a single flower. And it was written by a poet who was a keen and passionate observer of the house of life, and it was Emily Dickinson. So what we're going to hear is the wonderful Joan S. policewoman, she is classically trained as a violinist, who is now a multi-instrumentalist, composer, singer, songwriter, took this very spare and splendid poem and made this just completely, to me, breathtaking song.
Will you just once read the poem in your voice, Maria, so we have it, and then people can hear the Joan as policewoman?
Yes, because in the song, it's harder to tell the words
apart. It's a little harder,
This one is known as Bloom. Bloom is result.
Caution,
to meet a flower and casually glance would cause one scarcely to suspect the minor circumstance assisting in the bright affair, so intricately done, then offered as a butterfly to the meridian to pack the bud, oppose the worm, obtain its right of dew, adjust the heat, elude the wind, escape the prowling bee, great nature not to disappoint, awaiting her that day to be a flower is profound responsibility.
Ghostly gravity that this song, like that it makes you see, I don't know, it makes you see this literally flowery thing that you often just think of for its beauty as like the keystone, like holding so much together, and you feel that responsibility. Okay, any more thoughts on the moment of...
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I like the last two. This one, I'm not sure I really get it, if I'm being honest. Like,
okay.
I think that, I mean, I like the part where it's like, it kind of shows you, I like the idea that it's like from the point of view of the flower, and you're like, it's actually like kind of dramatic, that stretch of it, where it's like, you're like, you got to oppose the worm, you got to adjust the heat, you got to elude the this, you got to, it's actually like really hard work to make a flower, and to make, I think, am I getting that right? It's like a big, like we see a flower, this is as I'm understanding it, tell me if I'm getting it wrong.
No. Right.
And maybe there's no getting both wrong.
Well, also, if you're not confused by Emily Dickinson, you're like not doing it right.
Okay, good. Great. Excellent. Okay, so I get that part, and I actually I love that. It's like a little action movie about a flower like having to debut, like, and it's like it's like not easy. And then the part at the end. Why is being a flower a profound responsibility?
So, I mean, think about the time she lived in. These were Victorian times. And in Victorian times, flowers, of course, appeared very much in poetry and art, but there were always these pretty objects. They were objects for admiration. They were not really living things, much less interconnected living things. And here comes Emily Dickinson and composes this poem that looks at a single flower and everything that goes into making its bloom possible. All the pollinators in the air, the worms in the soil, the animals competing for resources, aiding each other, the natural world around it. And the flower suddenly emerges not as an object, but as a system of ecological interdependence a year before the term ecology was coined. And I love that poem for it.
Yeah, I mean, I also think I agree. If I had encountered this on my own in a book, I would have been like, but like we actually rely on them so much, and they have this incredible weight, and like it made me like your preamble and the sound of this song and the context of Emily Dickinson's close looking and kind of fathoming an ecology before ecology was around, like the interdependence, the interconnection, like it makes me now walk around and see flowers as like not soft and feathery, but these like keystone, these rock hard, strong things.
I love that. That was my hope for it.
Like I feel kind of grateful and bad for them. But okay, should we zoom?
All right.
So
next step.
Stop 4. We're zooming ahead a bunch more million years. Humans show up. They start stomping around and like making fires and inventing things and trying to perceive things. And we're going to hear a poem about a discovery that was made in the somewhat recent times of 1978. But to get there, you unearth this like subtle interconnection of 3 women influencing each other through space and time. And so the first person, Mariah Mitchell, was born 1818. What does she grow up to be?
So Mariah Mitchell became the first professional female astronomer in America. She discovered a comet in 1847, that the first telescopic comet that the King of Denmark had given this gold medal for whoever finds it. And she was only 29 years old. Amazing Quaker woman.
How did they know it was there if they hadn't seen it?
Yes.
I mean, it was for whoever finds a telescopic comet. Nobody knew when that would happen. The prize had been in existence since she was a teenager. You know, he just kind of was like, here, I'm going to give a bunch of money to whoever finds that.
Was the medal in the shape of a comet?
I wish. It was a boringly shaped, good old medal.
Okay.
But Mariah Mitchell was this amazing Quaker woman, young girl on the island of Nantucket. And she fell in love with astronomy and watching an annular eclipse. And her father was very supportive. I mean, the Quakers in general believed in the equal education of boys and girls, and she was just extremely mathematically gifted. The father, to his credit, just recognized that and just sort of supported her gift. And every night she would climb up the narrow wooden steps to the roof of their house in her long Quaker gown, hauling the brass telescope, and rain or shine or snow or freeze, she would, as they say, sweep the heavens. So,
sweep?
Sweep.
Oh, I
Go
love
side
that.
by side with the telescope. That's what the term is. Go side by side across the night sky to cover basically the whole region of the visible sky, just to see what's up. Like, literally what's up there. And one evening, October 1847, she slipped out of the family dinner and went up on the roof, and there was the comet, this like blurry thing. Wow. There was this whole drama with getting the news out of the island of Nantucket to like Europe, and originally some other Italian astronomer had also seen it 2 nights later. By the time the news reached Denmark, he was given the medal, but then the whole scientific community rallied when the news of her prior discovery came, and they supported her, and she got the medal. And that established her, first of all, as America's great scientific celebrity. She would go on to sort of tour the world, but the U.S. government, got wind of this and hired her as the first so-called computer of Venus, which basically meant a one-woman GPS system doing very complex astronomical calculations that helped sailors navigate the globe. And she worked as that for many years, and then was hired as the first professor of astronomy at the newly founded Vassar College, which, funny thing, when she was hired to teach women astronomy, according to the college handbook, women were not allowed outside after dark. So
that's a
slight
problem.
hiccup there. So she revised the handbook and ended up teaching what essentially became the first class of astrophysicists in the world, because she introduced a mathematically rigorous curriculum that even the men at Harvard didn't have. And now we call this astrophysics. And those were the first astrophysicists in the world. It happened, they were all women.
Wow, I didn't know that part. That's so, okay, so then basically about 110 years after she is born, another woman is born.
A little girl in D.C. is reading a children's book about Mariah Mitchell. And this little girl is looking out her window into the night sky and suddenly thinks, oh my God, there are people who do this for a living, and I could do this for a living as a girl. And that little girl grew up to be the great Vera Rubin, the astronomer who confirmed the existence of dark matter with her work on galaxy rotation.
That's what our poem is going to be about, dark matter. Dark matter, trying to perceive it or it being there. But there's one more person in this string of astronomers who's born in 1960. Who is that?
Yes, her name was Rebecca Elston, and she was one of the first astronomers tasked with studying Hubble images, particularly an image of the Milky Way in order to study the dark matter halo surrounding it. And she was this incredible person who was only 29 when she received a terminal diagnosis with a very rare kind of blood cancer that only affects the elderly, typically. So, think about it. This brilliant young person gets dealt pretty much the worst card at the cosmic lottery, and yet she played her hand with such beauty, such largeness of heart through 10 years of chemo and just extremely brutal treatments. She went on writing poems and doing science, and when she died, she left behind 56 scientific papers, which is an extraordinary number
So I was pretty young
for a lifetime. And she was the age I was when she died, like late 30s, and yet 56 scientific papers and this splendid book of poems that has a title that to me is the meaning of life. I mean, that's what we're here for. It's titled A Responsibility to Awe.
A responsibility to all or to awe?
Awe.
Huh?
Awe.
Yeah. So it's her, she's an actual scientist writing the poem, and it's her poem, Let There Always Be Light, searching for dark matter, that we're about to hear. But one quick second, can either of you answer, because I feel like a lot of you might know this too, What is dark matter?
I trust Maria can answer that better than
It is matter comprising the vast majority of the universe that interacts with gravity but doesn't interact with light.
So it's stuff.
It's stuff. It has, we can detect it gravitationally, but we can't see it. So it doesn't interact with light. So there's no optical way to it other than by inference, by basically observing the negative space around things.
Vera Rubin confirmed it in 1978. Huge discovery. And now we have this poem by Rebecca Elson. And who is going to read it for us?
We are going to hear the wonderful Patti Smith.
Like the Patti Smith or just a Patti?
The Patti Smith.
Wow.
It's called Let There Always Be Light, Searching for Dark Matter.
Let there always be light, searching for dark matter. For this, we go out dark nights, searching for the dimmest stars, for signs of unseen things to weigh us down.
Let's do this. Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right. Turn left. Keep right. Turn left. Never mind. I'll find a new route. Finding a new route. Recomputing. Rerouting. Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left. straight on. Time to hit the road. Keep right. ready to turn right. Turn right. straight on.